Joyce DeWitt, best known for her role as Janet Wood on the hit TV comedy Three's Company, had a stellar career, but after the show ended, she faced many strained relationships and many enemies. Feelings of loneliness and sadness pervaded her life in her later years. Joyce's relationship with co-stars John Ritter and Suzanne Somers was also not smooth. Did something happen between them during their time together? Discover the truth behind these complicated relationships in this video. Joyce, along with Suzanne Somers and John Ritter, formed a memorable trio on ABC's hit comedy Three's Company. Although the show initially struggled and was on the brink of cancellation after its first 6 episodes, its ratings skyrocketed soon after. Thanks to the charm and unique sense of humor of Janet Wood and her roommates, Three's Company broke records and became one of the highest-rated television shows in history. This is a testament to the charm and unexpected power of the characters and stories that resonated with audiences. During filming, the combination of Joyce, Suzanne, and John Ritter created a magical on-screen relationship that kept audiences glued to their seats. However, few people know that this was the first time Joyce met Suzanne and Ritter when the show first began. While Joyce was just starting out in acting, Suzanne and Ritter had already had considerable success in the film industry. Suzanne starred in many popular shows such as Magnum Force and The $6 Million Man, while Ritter, who came from a family of artists, had early success with hit TV shows such as MASH *, Starsky and Hutch and Kojak. Their on-set chemistry initially impressed the producers, and they were all excited to see the 3 stars shine together. However, the relationship did not last long. Despite the show's success, the lasting impact of their chemistry led to a change in the cast. John Ritter was the only one of the trio to continue until the show's end, while Somers was fired after the 5th season. Suzanne Somers, the actress best known for her role as Chrissy on Three's Company, was treated unfairly and poorly by the producers when she demanded equal pay with her co-star John Ritter. At the time, Somers was earning $30,000 per episode, while Ritter was earning $120,000. Despite her request for equal pay, the producers not only refused, but also wanted her to set an example to discourage other actresses from making similar demands. This resulted in Somers being fired from the show and unable to appear in future episodes. Her final scenes on the show were limited to short phone calls and were filmed on set, while she was closely monitored by bodyguards. Her scenes were filmed without any interaction with the rest of the cast, creating a harsh and unfair situation for the actress. During the filming of Three's Company, Joyce DeWitt and Suzanne Somers had a strained relationship. Joyce never believed that anyone could perfectly replace her on the show, and she committed to complying with the producers' every request without mentioning her salary until the show ended. Meanwhile, Suzanne, who had always wanted a change in her career, was fired, which caused the two to never speak to each other for 3 decades. However, in 2012, the two surprisingly reunited after more than 30 years of tension. Although Suzanne was often portrayed as the villain, when she shared the painful experiences she had endured, Joyce realized that she had been wrong about Suzanne all along. It was after the death of John Ritter that the relationship between Joyce and Suzanne really came to light. John Ritter was the show's star, the show's cash cow and golden boy, while Joyce was a beloved character. However, the animosity between them had existed long before John's death, and it was not just about work. Joyce felt betrayed when Suzanne, who had warned her about the show's decline, stopped being there for her during difficult times. Their relationship deteriorated when Suzanne pretended to be injured to avoid appearing in episodes, causing Joyce and the rest of the cast to not speak to her for days. The situation only worsened when Suzanne was fired. Joyce was the one who started the argument, but it was only after Suzanne Somers confessed the reasons behind her actions that things came to light. After being fired for demanding equal pay with the male cast, Suzanne felt hurt and misrepresented in the eyes of her colleagues. She explained that they were trying to smear her, making her a target for criticism. After the dismissal letter, Suzanne decided to cut off all contact with the show and did not want to talk to anyone anymore. In a touching moment on Summer's show Breaking Through, she began to reveal her true feelings and reasons behind her actions, shedding light on what she had been through. Suzanne Summers explained that while she may have upset her co-stars during her time on Three's Company, the reason behind her actions was because she needed to make money at the time. She admitted that she didn't fully understand the acting industry at the time and just wanted to further her career. Although the show provided her with great opportunities, Suzanne endured mistreatment and underpayment, which she couldn't accept. She also shared that she and her co-stars had very different needs and career goals, especially financially and family-wise. While Suzanne had no children and wasn't business-minded, her co-stars had different directions and approaches. They had a touching moment, wishing John Ritter was still around to share it with them. Unfortunately, Ritter passed away in September 2003 from an aortic aneurysm, an unexpected event that left him just hours after being admitted to the hospital, leaving everyone devastated. Joyce DeWitt had a torrid relationship with actor Ray Bucktenica, who had captured her heart since childhood. The relationship began while she was a college student at UCLA, and they lived together for 7 years. However, this period was a terrible time in Joyce's life, as she described living with Ray as a big prison cell. The constant arguments and disagreements caused her to lose confidence and self-esteem. While Joyce felt exhausted and unhappy in the relationship, Ray claimed that she had no interest in family, often seeking fulfillment outside of their relationship. A myth has emerged that Ray tried to turn Joyce into a housewife, something she could not accept. Joyce always wanted a career and was passionate about art, something she was determined to pursue even when her parents were against it. The relationship with Ray ultimately failed, which may explain Joyce's lack of interest in romance. By 1973, she seemed to have stopped opening herself up to love, prioritizing her career and independence. If you find this video interesting, please leave a like and a sub to see interesting stories about the lives of famous actors.